Wake up, time to put in work, no excuses, push through the hurt, sweat dripping, heartbeat loud, I don't back down, no shortcuts, I earn what's mine.
Congratulations on a great season. I know it's a tough way to end, but a great game. You guys fought really hard, so a lot to be proud of. Coach, if you would, just start us off with your thoughts on your team.
Like you said, it's a great season. We fell short. We made mistakes that we shouldn't have made. Not boxing out killed us. Rushing shots killed us at the end, and just not taking care of or managing the game the way we probably should have. But these young ladies have nothing to be. They have no reason to hold their head down, man. They're young. They're a young group, and hopefully they'll be ready to work in about 2 weeks, and we'll be right back at it and trying to get here again next year. Like I told them in the locker room just a while ago, next year is not far away. If we treat it like it's far away, we'll miss our opportunity to get better.
Questions?
So, Coach, you mentioned how young your team is. How will you use this loss as a way to fuel them for the next year or two going forward?
Oh man, I think they should. I don't think I have to do much. I love the way they let you sit out there and watch the other team get their championship trophy, and hats off to them. They play so hard.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's motivation enough. Because if they forget about that, they won't work. They need to keep that picture in their head
right.
for the next 12 months. Yeah.
Coach, that Maiden offense seemed like a well-oiled machine. They kind of got everything they wanted against other teams really easily. Just looked kind of pure for them against other teams. But you guys really slowed them down and made them hesitate more than I'd seen them hesitate before. Can you just speak to your defense and how you're successful in that regard today?
Well, man, I'm a firm believer that you gotta play defense. If you want to get off my bench, you better be able to play defense. And we spend a lot of time working on it. We spend a lot of time working on what they like to do. And anytime, whether you playing man-to-man or zone, the goal is to disrupt what they like to do. And I know they like to get Anderson open around the screens. We missed our assignment so much tonight. So that's the funny thing. Like, we lost by 5, but we missed our assignment so much, over and over and over again. So, but it's just to disrupt what they like to do. But their offense is great. When you have a big like that down there, and you got shooters all around, you start asking yourself, how do you defend it, right? And we just sat down and played the best defense that we could. But like I said, defense is not over until we get the rebound. And that's what hurt us tonight. We did not get the rebound. They had too many second chances.
For the players, I know not the outcome you wanted, but you guys are so young, and Jacob brought it up, a chance to get back here in the future potentially. So how can this be a learning experience for you guys?
I think just looking at what we was going over in practice, we knew they had a big girl, we knew boxing out, and we knew discipline was a big part of what we had to do tonight. And I feel like we wasn't disciplined on the rebounds and boxing out. Boxing out was the key word for this whole game, and we didn't do it. So.
How can having been on this stage already help you guys next year?
I think we'll be more prepared. I mean, it's a big stage, so I don't know if you'll always be prepared. I think it'll always be a little bit of nervousness. But I think it's the matter of just coming and being disciplined, being poised, and just playing our game.
Lyric getting the outstanding player. So, Coach, what did you see from her tonight? I mean, she played terrific.
She played great. She played great. I'm one of those coaches that we can beat a team, and I'm gonna have some things to argue about. And as great as she played, there's some more things I needed from her tonight. But hey, Lyric's one of those people who I don't have to motivate. She's gonna work hard, and that's just her mentality, right? She's a dog, right? She calls herself, she's a dog, right? And I told those girls, there's no need to cry. I cry when I lose people. I cry tears of joy when I win. But losing a game, man, I always tell them this is a foretaste of heaven. right? So a win is a foretaste of what the glory of heaven would be like. A loss, we make mistakes. That's a foretaste of what hell would probably be like, right? And the thing is, glory is so much greater than a win, and hell is so much worse than a loss, right? So these girls, that's part of life, right? Winning and losing. So, but yeah, she's a dog, man. Lyric will be in the gym tomorrow, or she'll go run 3 miles tomorrow, or something like that. You can't ask for kids like her. And I have multiple kids in the locker room like that, including these two. And these 2 girls are freshmen right here. So they have to get adapted to what we do. And they stepped in tonight, played like, they've been here before. So I'm not. They'll motivate themselves. They'll motivate themselves.
For the players, what was that start like? I mean, nobody scored for the first almost 6 minutes. What was that like on the floor? I mean, obviously, I guess it's a little bit of nerves for everybody. First time in the state championship for both teams.
I feel like the atmosphere was just crazy. Where we come from, it's crazy against certain teams, but the atmosphere, just being in that big place, like, we're not used to it. So it was like, oh, we got to do this, we got to do that. But once we settled in, I feel like everybody got to their spots. Everybody just started doing what they wanted to do. But I think the atmosphere, it was different. But I loved it, and I want to do it again.
Coach, when you look back, when you took this job 8 years ago, I think I was doing the math, where the state of this program was to where it is now. It's not a moment where you sit back and rest on your laurels, but what can you think about where this program has got now? It's still got a little bit more left to go.
Yeah, y'all tried to get me with that question last week. I'm not going to cry about that, but hard work, man. Hard work from kids like this and their parents from every year, man. I've been blessed to have good parents, and that allow me to coach their kids hard. I think I screamed at Amiyah real bad, and I know that her parents probably are like, man, he's just coaching her, and that's the cool thing. I talk to a lot of coaches who have to deal with parents at the games. Like, I don't have to deal with parents. So that's I just been blessed, man. I have a mentality to work hard, and it rubs off on these young ladies, and hard work pays off. I told Chris last week, it's one thing to plant a tree, or it's one thing to inherit good fruit. But when you have to plant that tree and you still get a chance to taste the fruit, like, it's beautiful, man. I'm excited for what's to come. I am.
And Coach, you mentioned how well the players have taken to your coaching and how well the parents have taken to your coaching. I'm just wondering, now that the season's over, what the lasting memory of this season will be with this entire group.
It'll probably be a loss, but that's a good thing, right? We learn from. If we don't learn from our losses, then we'll continue to make errors. So you learn from your losses. You learn from your losses. So that needs to be the lasting memory in order to get over this hump next year.
Are you referring to right now, or are you referring to South Brunswick, or
No.
all the above?
This loss.
Just wanted to clarify.
Thank you, Chris.
Going back to what Lyric was saying, you guys settled in, and all 3 of you ladies hit some big time shots late in the game to even give your team the lead. So what do you think helped you settle in and get used to that atmosphere and make adjustments and pressure?
Oh, I think it was the matter of defense. Defense get me fired up a bit still. I mean, offense is real good. I love to see the ball going blue. But I think defense, I'm a dog type of player. I like to go heads up. So when I see my team being scrappy and they behind me and I'm up there and I'm just doing what I got to do for not only me but my team, and I see us start flowing, then I know we good.